All right, what is good, everyone? This is your boy Savar Matner. We are back again with another video, and today we're going to be discussing the top 10 anime over the past 25 years, and I'm going to set the ground rules here for those of you that's going to watch the video. When I say the top 10 anime over the last 25 years, it doesn't have to mean the anime had to have came out in the last 25 years. It can be old anime or current anime that just debuted this year, for example. So this is a video here that is going to probably have some of y'all giggling, some of y'all going, what the fuck? And the rest of y'all going, I can get down with that list. So without further ado, I'm joined by Jamie and Jerry here in my Discord. They're on the screen. They have a list. I have my list. And I'm going to kick my list off. And I know you Dragon Ball fans are going to be pissed at me because I do have Dragon Ball on my list, but now one of them is in top one. They're not number one at all. My 10th pick will be Dragon Ball GT. I still think it carries some weight. GT had the potential to be a good anime. They dropped the ball when they made Goku a kid. Okay, I'm sorry. Everybody waited around for Goku to transform. That's pretty much what everybody watched that for. My 9th pick, and a lot of you youngins out there don't know about this one. It was a toss-up between Trigun, the original Trigun with Vast Stampede, or Kill la Kill, and I chose Kill la Kill because Kill la Kill is just crunk like that, I guess. It still has a lot of pull. If you can get past the weird fetish of watching people transform into Goku uniforms and the nudity that they want to just throw in your fucking face. If you can get past that, the story behind Ryuko Matoi and Karin Kitayuin, if you can get around that, then the story told itself. It was a real good watch. Number 8, believe it or not, was a very short anime. I think it had like 5 episodes. Afro Samurai, I think, is still one of the cult classics that it's not hyped up as it used to be, but if you just want to get high and watch like a 5-episode anime and laugh at some good shit, then Afro Samurai. Number 7 is Dragon Ball. Yes, Dragon Ball. I think Dragon Ball still ranks higher than GT, and it will forever rank higher than GT, just based on purely the nostalgia and the originality of what Dragon Ball brought to the United States from our neighbors to the West. Number 6, a lot of people don't know, I actually just got done reading the manga last night, the continuation of this particular anime I'm about to name, GTO, Great Teacher Onizuka. It's about this biker that became a teacher by the name of Kichi Onizuka. At this time, in this particular anime, 22-year-old virgin that wanted to become a teacher in high school so he can get laid. Enough said about that. I know that's going to sound weird, but you have to watch the anime to see how it plays out. No, he didn't fuck none, now one of the students. In the new manga that picks up and continue GTO Paradise Lost, he did lose his virginity with a teacher that he's going to ultimately fall in love with, seemed like. All right, number 5, and it was a toss-up between the two, but I just had to put down Dragon Ball Z / Super. I'm gonna leave it at that. We all know the commodity, and Jamie, you said it before we went on the air that it goes without saying, but I can't ignore the vast cult nature of that particular anime. Number 4, and I'm gonna say it, I think Super still has the potential to probably go down as one of the best anime of all time if they get their act together with the upcoming arcs. And Geekdom did a video about Black Frieza being as strong as God's Destructions, and where have you been? I said that last year after the Granola arc, but what do I know? I'm just a black guy that don't know shit. But we'll be discussing that video here later on. Number 4, Jerry doesn't like this one. She thinks Tanjiro is a punk, whine and cry baby. But you can't ignore Demon Slayer. I understand the main antagonist looked like a Michael Jackson sellout. I get it. But Demon Slayer tells a story that really speaks volumes if you watch it. And Demon Slayer came with the ideal of demons, in my opinion, from the very next one that I pick, which is Yu Yu Hakusho. You cannot have an anime list, in my opinion, without Yu Yu Hakusho. Matter of fact, I think they're doing a spinoff on Netflix, actual action live spinoff of Yu Yu Hakusho. They should just bring the anime back and continue it, but whatever. But in my opinion, Yu Yu Hakusho, Demon Slayer got its ideal from Yu Yu Hakusho with the demons and ranking the demons and all that shit. Number 2 is an anime that just came out literally last year. And I gotta point out and thank JaimeKing for putting me on this. But Blue Eye Samurai. For you adults out there that watch a lot of Netflix, if you really want to watch an anime that's gory and bloody and it tells a story about this samurai, this Japanese female samurai, that the cliffhanger got me pissed off because I gotta wait a few more months before the cliffhanger. Then, and if you like romance and just gore and action, take Kill Bill and make it an anime pretty much. Blue Eye Samurai is a must watch. I know y'all gonna ask me where's Baki. I was battling with number 2 with Baki, but I had to give it to Blue Eye Samurai. But Baki is a cult classic, and it's on another list that I'm working on currently. Number 1, finally, of course, I think the anime that when it came back, it just took everything by storm, especially because we waited so long for the final arc to be animated, and that will be, of course, Bleach. For those of you that never watched Bleach, before you try to watch the 1,000-Year Blood War arc or let alone read the manga, I would advise you to go watch the first 366 episodes of Bleach as well as the movies. And then you'll understand why Bleach is just that anime. And I believe Demon Slayer took some of the concepts with sword fighting, even though the creator says, oh, well, they really don't have powers. We just add that for special effects bullshit. Then Bleach is where it's at. Now, for you assholes is going to ask, well, what about the other anime? Well, if I had to go over the last 5 years, Demon Slayer would be number 5. Super would be 4. Spy Family would be 3. Baki would be 2, because it got a little bit more pull than Blue Eye Samurai. It would be number 2, and I still believe Bleach would be number 1. So those are my picks. My picks. The top 10 anime that I still think is kicking ass in the last 25 years. And like I said, it doesn't matter when the anime came out, it's just over the last 25 years, how many people are watching the anime, these animes, are they still pulling traction versus the new shit that's out. And so that's my take. So what do you guys think? I'm curious to hear y'all lists and give y'all my opinion and rebuttal. Who wants to go first? Who wants to score on me first?
I actually don't have a problem with your list. It actually allows me to, not have to put certain things on mine. Just, mentioned. So the bleed and the especially the Dragon Ball, I don't have to put that on my list at all. If we're looking at my list, hold on, where's my other phone?
Jamie gonna have some crunk shit I probably never heard of before. Watch. I know Jerry gonna tear my shit up. She gonna be like, "Why the fuck you even got Demon Slayer on your list? Throw it in the trash."
One of the first animes that I remember watching with my father was there's something called The Diver. Real old, ultra violent. Came out on VHS. It was limited at the time to 12 episodes, and then they remade it later on, and they had 26.
I heard about that.
I also have Berserker. They have multiple iterations. The oldest one seems to be the most violent, most gory, especially back in the day when the VHS, they the VHS standards, you just seen everything.
Yeah.
It was so intricate, so detailed. They had a lot more time, so they really had to put everything on the releases. What else do I have? D. Gray Man.
I ain't never heard of that.
I really like like that one. It's about 100+ episodes long. The main protagonist is Alan Walker, and it's kind of one of those things where it's like you don't really know who you are until you get further down the line. So you have a person who doesn't really know who they are. They know what they're supposed to do, but it gets rather. It becomes to unravel towards the end, and whether it's the end now or later, we don't know because the manga is still in production. Black Clover, that's self-explanatory.
Oh.
I did have something on here called God Eater, which is actually a video game, and then they made a manga.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take that out and put Yu Yu Hakusho in there because I forgot about Yu Yu Hakusho, and I was like, if I could swap something out, I'm gonna swap that out. God Eater only had 12 episodes, and it was a one season thing, so it's not really all that. Of course, Bleach, the 1,000-Year Blood War, and then also the second season. The first 300 episodes of Bleach in the movies, they didn't really seem to do that much compared to what was in the manga. But when you include the 1,000-Year Blood War, it just seems like they just took it up to a more realistic next level. Everything with the sharpness of the anime, the blood. And if you're gonna be fighting people's arms off, where's the blood? Please, I understand you have a targeted audience, but you know. Just like in wrestling, when you watch the videos on YouTube, at least for WWE, when they do things like hit them with the chair, they kind of freeze frame that.
Yep.
Get it? I don't like that with my anime. Don't give me what I want. Goblin Slayer is one of those animes that'll give you what you want.
Yeah.
Now, I don't understand what the whole thing. It's more realistic. There's no names. Everybody is defined by their title or what they do. That was one of the things that I had to look up. Why did these characters not really have names? You have names. You have a swordsman. You have a paladin, and that's pretty unique. It actually takes away from not having to remember a whole lot. But I believe that manga is still in production. Baki, of course, followed from the beginning. The video quality wasn't that much, but if you look at fighting, and I love fighting, something that Dragon Ball got away from.
Yeah.
With fighting and techniques and martial arts, I'm really big on that. So even if it might seem a little, superhuman, I mean, it's something that's achievable by human standards, of course. Yujiro Hama, but everything else seems very realistic.
Yeah.
Let me see. Hellsing.
Yeah.
That's just one of those ones that if you don't have the stomach to watch it, then you just shouldn't.
Yeah.
And I gotta add one Sengoku Basara.
Yeah, Sengoku Basara was good.
Type. That's a really good anime. It has a couple of seasons under its belt.
Yeah, shout out to Randa for throwing me on that one too. Yeah, Sengoku Basara. Yeah, it was good.
And I don't really have a 5-year list.
No, that's fine. That's just something that I did. And while you was talking, I was writing down some more. So here will be some honorable mentions: Fate Zero, Tokyo Ghoul, the first
I love that one.
2 parts. I don't know if you guys ever seen Street Fighter 2 V. It's about Ryu and Kim when they was kids, teenagers. Before they, that. Death Note. I gotta put Death Note out there, and of course Rurouni Kenshin. I just gotta throw those out there too as honorable mentions. But I just don't think that they have the pull. Even though Rurouni Kenshin spinoff that's on Crunchyroll, I don't think that it has that pull. What's that other one? Samurai Shampoo. Well, the fuck with the girl was trying to find her dad, the Samurai Shampoo. But that was another one that is an honorable mention as well. But your list is good besides Black Clover, but I'm gonna save my opinion till I hear Jerry's shit in a second.
If I could swap out Black Clover with something, then I would put Gundam in its place.
Gundam Wing was good. Gundam or Cowboy Bebop.
Gundam has a lot of different iterations. It's actually done in centuries.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
If I could swap out anything that would be disappointing, I would swap out Black Clover for Gundam, and then that would really just conclude my list.
Gotcha. It's not a bad list. Some of that anime you named in there, I have never heard of. So, you know, I'm watching new anime now that I never seen before. What's the one? Tengoku Damaku. That one was a real good one on Hulu. It's a Hulu only anime. I can't wait for the continuation of that one. But I don't have nothing bad to say. Like I say, Black Clover is like I try to watch that shit, that Asta shit, but I'm gonna say my opinion till I hear Jerry list. All right, Jerry, come on. We want to hear your list, so then you can tell us what's wrong with our shit, so we can tell you what's wrong with your shit.
So I don't have a particular order.
It doesn't matter.
For this.
Yeah.
And when I was thinking of my list, I was thinking about like not just like general hype that was around the shows when they came, but like are these types of shows that I could go back and rewatch? Which is why things like One Piece can't make my list because like I couldn't rewatch One Piece. The pacing is just weird. So for my list, one of the things that I put on there was Case Closed. It recently had another movie drop relatively recently. It's been going on for a really long time, and the formula it has of, you know, just a mystery solving kid who's not really a kid and like the different ways he has to try to navigate that. Pretty much makes it one of those shows that can go on perpetually without you feeling like it's dragging. Like, obviously, eventually at some point you'd want him to get his body back and stuff. You know, he's got a girlfriend and all that. But it's kind of like Pokemon, to where when you were watching it growing up, you were like, Ash never has to become champion. I can just watch him go region to region to region to region to region. It's fine.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what Kid Close is for me. Like, I could watch this dude solve mysteries every day, and it would be great. One that I also really love is Host Club. It's one of the funniest anime I've seen, like, ever. Like, I like action and stuff.
Yeah.
And I have those action picks on my list too, but like, I think one of the things that doesn't get talked about a lot in anime circles is the more comedic, more like slice of life, more quiet anime.
Yeah.
And not to say Host Club is quiet, but I really appreciate Host Club. Speaking of comedy,
check that one out.
Spy Family is the funniest, most wholesome anime that has ever been made.
Yes.
Like, I get emotional all the time watching that show. I love the different arcs. It's very character focused, which is why it's good.
It is.
Lloyd is a straight man. Then you got Yor, who at first seems kind of ditzy and kind of clumsy, but you know, just like the bad A bimbo character. And then you like delve into her insecurities and her worries and why she fights, and you're like, I love this little family.
Yeah. Before you go to the next one, I was going to ask you about Spy Family before you go to the next one. For me, Spy Family, just watching them slowly become a family. You know what I mean? And what's the little girl named, the telepath? Anya. Watching her make Yor and Lord fall in love, because she's doing it, but Lord and Yor doesn't know that she's manipulating it so they can be a family. Like, it's really, really good. And I was playing Street Fighter 6 yesterday, and they were doing a crossover with the Spy Family. What was that? Cold White. And I'm like, oh my God, Spy Family is on the Street Fighter scene. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So yeah, it is good. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but Spy Family is like the shit right now. It don't get talked about as much as it should. It's the shit. It really is the shit.
So one of the more cliche ones I have on my list is Full Metal. I know, like, you were like, you might have put it on your list, but you had better ones. But just every time I come back to Full Metal, it gets better. I find more things that I find more things to discuss. It has probably the most discussion value than a lot of anime I've watched. It's just like the philosophy, the themes, the characters. there's just so much to it, and I can't get tired of it. I watch it all the time. Bleach is another more cliche one. It was actually my favorite anime when I was younger. I would stay up all night on Saturday to see the new episode because it was just that good to me. I loved it so much. I would have put Naruto on my list if it wasn't for Shippuden. People say, "Oh, Boruto ruined Naruto." No, it was doing that to itself. When they tried to give Itachi a real reason instead of just letting dude be evil. That's where all the problems started. I hate to tell y'all.
You know what? We're gonna have to have a video discussion about that, about Naruto. I stayed away from it, but yeah, we're gonna have to make a video about that and talk about the downfall of Naruto and why it just sucks. But go on.
So one that's like quieter, lesser known that I have is Erased. I believe it only has about 12 episodes. It was a really, really good one. I saw the villain like first episode, like first time you see him when he goes back in time. I'm like, oh, yep, that's the serial killer. But that just made it better for me. I know there were a lot of people who were like, oh my gosh, I didn't see it coming. I'm not gonna spoil it for if anybody's watching that hasn't seen it.
I just started watching it. I'm 3 episodes in.
Then I'm definitely not gonna tell you who it is, but I was just like,
please don't.
He was so. I'm not. Another one on my list, I would say, is Hunter. I know it's not technically finished, and it's been on hiatus for 5 ever. But it has to have one of the most likable main characters that I've ever seen, and I love what they did with Gon type thing. Like, people say, "Oh my gosh, I was so shocked when he snapped," and I was like, "He's been crazy since he got here. Were y'all not watching the show?"
Yeah.
So we love Gon. Another one that I have on my list is actually Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball. I have my issues with Z and Super.
Oh Lord, we got some more content now, goddamn. Oh Lord, that's gonna piss them off right there. Don't say you got problems with Z or Super. Oh my Jesus, you got another one in your Discord talking shit about Super and Z. I think Dragon Ball is like the staple of what Z and Super made a mockery of, in my opinion. But we'll discuss that in a later video.
A classic, because I love the classics, is Inuyasha. I can't recommend Yashahime because of what they did to Sesshomaru and who the mother of his child is. I'm not doing that. But if you've never seen Inuyasha's a really good one.
Yeah, I have. I've seen it. I love the demon version. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah. And then one that I thought was how good I would say Fooly Cooly is. It's definitely very weird and wacky and memorable. So that's I just think it's one of those you need to watch it at least once. It might not be your favorite anime, but I think that's something that people should experience. Fooly Cooly. And then this one, and I swear I'm not joking, but don't at me, is going to be my most controversial pick for my top 10. I know it's for kids, but it's really cute. It's called Hamtaro. I am not joking. It is such a cute little anime. Like, when you just don't want to think and you just want to go back to a more simple time in your life, when you're like, I don't need big plots, I don't need big stories, I just want to watch some friends, hang out, and be adorable and relax.
Listen.
And that's the show. Like, when I'm done, that's my comfort show.
Hey.
Hamtaro, but you have to make the list.
I still watch Digimon, so I have cartoons like that too, like because I have a daughter, and so she wants to watch certain anime like that. We can't watch that, but they got any anime for kids, and I put on Digimon quick. Or what's the other anime? It was just on the tip of my tongue, not Pokemon. It was just on the tip of my damn tongue. But it's a kid anime. Oh Lord have mercy. It was on the tip of my tongue, then it just went out the window. But anyway, there's nothing wrong with some kid anime. Like it's nothing wrong with it at all. It's some of that kid anime is better than some of the adult anime. I'm just gonna be real with you. they tell a story. Oh, people don't think Sonic is anime, but Sonic Forces, shit like that. Like, you know, we're looking at stuff like that. So, you know, it's an easy story to follow, and you ain't gotta overthink stuff. It's just chill, you know.
I think that's my list. That's where I stop.
All right. Well, I got some more anime. I'm gonna watch Clash of Codes and Host Club. I didn't see nothing really wrong with your list, and you know we got some spare minutes. So now we got the lists out the way. We can do this right now. Cause you said something interesting about Dragon Ball and Jamie, I want you to be in on this too.
I have to second that opinion on Dragon Ball.
Yes.
You know, if I want to see fireballs going over the place and energy blasting ki, there's a much better anime to watch that does it better. If that was their thing, it does it much better. But if I want to watch fighting, I can't rely on Dragon Ball. I got to go to Baki. You know, I have to go to Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yes.
Was about the fighting. I mean, come on. It's Dragon Ball Z Super, specifically Super, does not have a balance anymore.
They don't.
And the power scale is so large now that it's hard to, you know, narrow down on. The human body has limits, but the ki is limitless if you train it. One Piece is kind of going in that same direction as well. I don't really watch the anime too much, but I read the manga from time to time. And it's one of those things where it started so small, and in chapter 1,000 plus, it's just like, how far do you go from there? The pace, like she said, the pacing is so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now you've reached the peak, and in order to compete with the peak, you have to become at a certain power level. It's just like, man, that really sucks, because how long is it going to take to get there? Another 600-700 chapters?
You know, One Piece. Yeah, you know, One Piece is one of those animes where it's just going on too long. And it's going on way too long. Like, it's kind of like The Simpsons and Family Guy at this point. Like, even South Park to me now starting to get a little stale. My problem with Dragon Ball Z and Super, because out of all the Dragon Ball franchises, right, I've always been a Z guy. Now, you're right. When it comes to fighting, I look at shit like Baki. The real gory shit, like Kenshiro Sora and stuff like that. I like the real gory shit. Inuyasha, Yu Yu Hakusho, gore. Just I like watching decapitations and shit like that, like Kill la Kill. And Akangi got killed. Shit like that, right? Dragon Ball Z, to me, when they tried to make Gohan the protagonist after the Cell saga, when Boo came around, that left a bad taste in my mouth as well as everybody else, because Gohan wasn't the same anymore during that arc. Frieza, the Frieza saga, the Saiyan saga, the Namek saga, the Android saga, all the way up to the Cell games. Dragon Ball Z was good. It was good. They told a story. You can follow on the story, not too many fillers. And the fighting, especially the Frieza saga fighting, was good. Dragon Ball, though, the reason why Dragon Ball to me is like the cult classic is because of the nostalgia. And it was really about the Dragon Ball, the hunt for the Dragon Ball, and Goku finding himself and learning about life and developing into this fighter that everybody fell in love with when Z started, right? Super is just, I don't even know where to begin with Super, honestly. I tell people all the time, you guys watch my stuff all the time. I tell people all the time to forget about GT, because GT, you can't just ignore Super now. You can't compare GT to Super. There's no way you can scale those powers. Now you look at all the hype with Beast Gohan and where Gohan's gonna go, and it's like, what the fuck? If you guys think that Gohan's gonna surpass Goku and beat Black Frieza and all this shit, y'all are. And I'm not Charles. I'm not taking pop shots at you because I think you just doing it just to do it. I'm talking about the real diehard geekdom fans that really believe that Gohan's gonna beat Black Frieza. I'm gonna say this, then Jerry, I know you got something to say. I know you want to put your 2 cents in this. I'm gonna say this here real quick. I'm gonna look at the camera because you guys know I got the camera on when I'm talking. I want you Gohan fans to hear me and hear me well. You're not gonna defeat Black Frieza. That is a Gogeta fight, and that's gonna be a Vegeta victory. And not because I'm a Vegeta guy. Just look at what happened. Trunks killed him. Goku killed him. It's Vegeta's turn. Gohan had his turn in Fusion Reborn. And not just that. Bulma said in the manga, and I'm going to work on that in a separate video, told Whis that she believed that Gohan, a woman that can't even sense ki, believed that Gohan done surpass all of them. So if that is indeed the case, why didn't Beerus tell Whis, why the fuck we wasting time with Goku when Gohan can just surpass Goku anytime he wants? Let's go get Gohan. The writing doesn't make sense. It will always be the Goku and Vegeta show at this point. And Broly will always be stronger than Gohan. That's just facts. That's what Super eradicates GT. Super done just took Z and just fucked it up. All these transformations fucked it up. So, Jerry, I know you want to go in, so I'm going to shut up and I'm going to get off my high horse and I'm going to let you out of flow. You go on and say what your problem is. And just be warned, these guys going to come to the comment session. They going to say you don't know what you're talking about because you're a chick and all that shit. So, just be warned. I'm letting you know now. You know how those Dragon Ball fans get. They get mad, man.
Yeah, so I have different problems with Z and Super. My problems with Z, I actually don't mind the key blasts and all that stuff, like it becoming less and less about fighting as the show goes on and more about who can yell the loudest. That doesn't bother me as much. Because it always, so I watched Z before Dragon Ball.
Oh, man.
Because I was really little when Dragon Ball came out. I think I was born when it came out. So I watched Z first, then I went back and watched Dragon Ball. So it was always power fantasy to me.
Yeah.
What was killing Z for me was the destruction of the characters. And what I mean by that is, like, I loved Goku. I thought he was kind of dumb, but he was sweet. He was funny, and I loved him, you know? And then I loved all the side characters, Krillin, Piccolo. I even loved Vegeta when he first showed up.
Yeah.
And then after Frieza, and Vegeta cried. That threw me off. I was like, what are you doing, sir? Nobody cares about your problems. Why are you crying? You're a terrible you committed genocide several times. What? What the freak? And then Vegeta started to kill the series for me because he would come to, my Saiyan pride, roar. And I'm like, okay, but you're gonna lose though. Watch this. There you go.
Get off my boy, man. Get off my boy. This is Vegeta Nation. Get off my boy. Get off Vegeta, man. Don't do him like that. Get off Vegeta, man.
Vegeta's like this close to being one of my favorite characters when he was a villain. He was a villain. I was like, I might like you more than Goku. You're great. And then they tried to make him good without doing much character work. I'm not saying there's no character work done to Vegeta type thing, like, but I feel like it's not done well at all. Like,
I have to agree.
I was watching the character potential for Vegeta, a character who I loved for a while, just get completely botched. And then, like, his greatest moment, according to a lot of fans, where he sacrifices himself, to me, I was just rolling my eyes.
No.
Like, we're only in this mess because you were like, hey, my fan pride, I gotta go fight Goku again.
Hey.
And I'm like, bro.
All right, come on. I gotta jump. Come on.
He's not. Okay, let's do it.
If you're gonna ride on Vegeta, then I gotta go in on Goku.
I'll let you do that.
The only way Goku could save his family is if he teleported to the afterlife and threw himself up right, for my two toddler, for my son who's like about 7, and my best friend who's about 8, and I'm gonna teach them how to fuse so they can fight this primordial evil that's been going around destroying shit since before the series even started.
Oh, child abuse. He did Gohan the same way. Child abuse. It was child abuse.
And I have the power to end it all right now while this primordial evil is at its weakest point.
Oh, no, you know Vegeta's greatest moment for me. Hold on. His greatest moment for me. See, the diehard fanboys watching Vegeta sacrifice himself to save his son. He killed himself so he could fight Goku again in Otherworld. That was a selfish kill. And I'm a Vegeta fan. No, Vegeta's greatest moment was when he dropped his pride for 1 minute and helped his rival son get the kill shot on Cell. After Cell killed Trunks, Vegeta actually had the last laugh. If it wasn't for Vegeta, Gohan wouldn't have beat Cell. I want you Gohan fans to hear what I just said. And then go back and watch the Cell saga. Go back and watch the Cell games. And watch the blast that made Cell go, what the hell was that? It was Vegeta. Not the first Final Flash when he first unleashed it on Cell, because that was awesome. No. When he actually dropped his pride to help his rival son, the same son that beat his ass in the first Saiyan saga, when they first fought Gohan, he dropped his pride to help that young boy, knowing that he was stronger than Vegeta, kill Cell. That was, in my opinion, Vegeta's greatest moment. Now I'm just saying.
You know who was worse than both of them? Well, more worse than both of them? Ichigo. The guy cried so damn much. Oh my gosh, I lost my powers. What can I do? Oh my gosh. He cried. Half the damn series is him crying about some shit. Like, what the hell is going on? And then it's like one of those video games where you can like collect all the powers and you can go crazy. What is up with that? This is why I cannot stand regular Bleach. The 1,000-year war. And even in the second one, he was getting ready to cry. Oh my gosh, I can't get out of the cage. It's like, come on, be a man. Break through it. Yeah.
I mean, Ichigo been traumatized, man. The boy got PTSD problem. That's a side effect of all the demons and all the people he know being killed, and learning what happened to his mama. He's a crybaby. That's Ichigo. He's just a crybaby, man. I get what you're saying. It's kind of annoying because he does cry a lot, but yeah.
Okay. First of all, no. Ichigo is a teenager who got dragged into battles that are supernatural and about like fighting demons and crap. I think he's earned a few tears, my guy. Most of the time, Ichigo is doing his thing. He doesn't even cry that much. What are we even talking about?
Hey, wait a minute. Before you even say Tanjiro cries more than Ichigo, you a goddamn lie. I know that's where you about to go. I know.
I wasn't going to say anything about Tanjiro because my issues with Demon Slayer have to do more that Tanjiro is a boring protagonist, not necessarily that he's kind of soft. I actually don't mind a softer protagonist who can be, sensitive and cares about like the people he's killing and stuff like that. My problem with Tanjiro is that he's boring. And my problem with the show is that it was overhyped. So when I watched it, I was expecting an 11 and the show is about a 6. It's not a bad show. It's just kind of boring if the pretty animation and fight scene doesn't do it for you.
Well, I think you'll like the next arc better if it's boring. But okay, Ichigo. Yes, he cries. I get what you're saying. He was dragged in, but that's because of Aizen. We know why Ichigo got pulled into that shit. It wasn't a mistake that Rukia found Ichigo. It was an Aizen thing. Ichigo being a noble, and his dad keeping secrets from him. So yes, he earned a few tears. I think what Jamie's trying to say is, as a teenager, he always second guess and questions his power.
Oh my God, my friend betrayed me. I was no powers. Oh my gosh, girl, say they stabbed me. What's going on? And it's raining. The rain does it all. The rain makes it work. And that somber ass sad music. You know,
these people are gonna die.
Wait.
And Berserk had a reason to cry.
Wait.
He didn't.
He said summer ass bleach music. I'm gonna really make him mad. Wait. Wait a minute. You talking about these songs right here? Wait a minute. They gonna copyright the fuck out of me. Wait a minute. I gotta make it. Wait a minute. Let me see. This. Wait a minute. Shit like this here. Let me see. Let this sponsor play. Wait. I know what you're saying. Oh, they gonna demonetize me. I'm gonna have to actually block this scene. I know I'm gonna have to do it. Cause they gonna demonetize me. But you talking about this sad shit right here?
I hate that music. Oh. There's no progression. My powers. Oh no, they're gone. Look, I remember watching Yu Yu Hakusho, and I think he cried once, and that was when his mentor died. And
yeah, when Genkai died, he cried one time when Genkai died.
And even then, he it was brief. Hey, I got to toughen up, and he's 14.
Yeah,
14.
Yeah. Yusuke was younger than Ichigo. No, wait. Actually, no. I think Yusuke cried twice. I think when Genkai died, he cried, which he did. When he thought Kurobara died when fighting Toguro, he cried when he thought he had got killed. Other than that, yeah, Ichigo, Yusuke didn't cry that much at all. Tough guy. But he had to be tough. His mama was a drunk. His dad was a no-show. So he grew up tough. And so that kind of, Ichigo had a spoiled life. Never had to really worry about shit. His dad took care of every damn thing. And Yusuke grew up in a rough part of Tokyo. So
And even to Ichigo's credit, he was always the strongest. He was always strong. He never, yes, he did. There was training arcs in the series, but he was strong. He started off strong as hell.
Yeah.
He did things that not even the third or fourth seat could even do.
Yeah. I still think Uryu can get him, though. That's my opinion. I still think Uryu can get him. Uryu's a smart fighter. What do you think, Joe? I think Uryu can get him. I believe so. I think in a battle of wits, Uryu can get him. That would make him so fucking dangerous as a Quincy. I think he can get him.
Ichigo got three. He just got his third move when the damn series ended.
Yeah.
He had that same tired ass one move.
Get some attention.
He stopped using the mask a long time ago. I think he just got 2 new moves when he got his new Zanpakuto.
He did.
What a waste of development. Come on, man. You get 2 moves. Even Goku is bringing out some of those older moves when he fights.
I think, if I recall the manga, when he fought Yuaha in the manga, this upcoming arc is the final part of the series. I think he hollow-fied briefly. If I recall, I think he's going to hollow-fied briefly. When he fights.
He did as a part of his Bankai was half hollow-fied, but even in the manga, Goku used Hakai.
Oh yeah. But you know they got that. Don't sit up there and say, well, Goku's going to replace Beerus, and because the fanboys, they really believe that, and Goku made it obvious, I'm not going to replace Beerus. I think that's a Brawly job. I think that's gonna be a Brawly's job, in my opinion.
What I think is that they should get away from all the God stuff and get back to the mortal stuff. Let the gods do what they do, and then you get back to the mortal stuff. Beat Frieza and let it be over with. Because at this point, or has it always been, giant money grab with hit and miss video games.
Yep. And I was just going to ask Jerry. I know she's going to say something about that. What you about to say, Jerry? I was just going to ask her what your opinion was on that.
Oh, I know how they can get fully away from the God stuff in Super now because of how jacked the power scaling has gotten at this point. Because that's my issue with Super. After seeing the power, and GP does the whole dark Shinron thing fine, with upscaling the power. But after that, it's like there's not a lot of places to go beyond that. Like they're like, this person can destroy a universe. Well, this person can destroy 10 universes. Well, this person is like, I don't even believe you.
Galactic level.
I do not care because if someone dies, you bring them back, and the universe never gets destroyed. Freaking the tournament wishes like we're gonna bring back the universes to the people who like. It's like, what would the stakes been if we were just gonna do that at the end of it?
Yep.
And I don't really think there's a lot of places for Super to go. I think that's part of the reason. I think the biggest reason they turned him into Kid Diamond is the belt stuff. But I think another part of the reason, in GT, when Goku turned into a kid, he couldn't really use his full power, and that meant that fights that he were in had more stake to it because now he's not as strong as he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And that might be why part of the reason why they turned everybody young in Daima so that they could scale back the powers, because it's hard to create conflicts when you have characters that brute force conflicts where you have characters that are that strong.
Well, here's my problem with Daima. People want to say it's going to happen before Boo. Well, before Beerus, before God's just so it's going to happen between the Beerus and Boo saga shit. And I said this in my last video. That makes absolutely no sense. Why tell a story that's going to come before Super when we all know that the reason why Akira Toriyama said what he said in the interview was so he can have a reason to create Super. That's really what it was about. He didn't like GT, so he had to come up with excuses. Well, no, this is supposed to happen before Beerus, before GT. It was a timeline before. That makes no sense. Then you pretty much retell the whole ending of Z in a whole different fucking way. And now you gonna bring back an anime, make everybody kids, and say that this supposedly, this is the fanboys, supposedly this is gonna happen before Beerus. Why? Why would you do that? Why? That makes no sense. Now, can it be the continuation of Super? I doubt it. It could be a arc, a different arc. But I pray to God that they don't just take away all their powers, unless they're gonna do a story that's gonna be based on pure martial arts. And they're going to go back to the way that Dragon Ball told this story and not try to be making a GT. And the power scaling shit, the reason why the power scaling shit is so fucked up is because you got people like Death Battle that's coming up with all these different types of fucking names to describe power. All you need to know is I'm a strong motherfucker and I can blow up planets and universes. Trying to sit there and put a person on a power scale based on how much power he can exude on a universal level is stupid. It's fucking stupid. All you need to know is Goku.
Savar.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know I got a hot button.
No, go ahead, man. Hey, I had fun with you being on. I look forward to you coming on the next video. Go ahead and do what you gotta do, Jerry. I appreciate you. But the power scaling came from those diehard fans that didn't have no other name to give the power. So they're like, well, we're gonna call it planet level power. We're gonna call it universal power. We're gonna call it multi-universal power. If the motherfucker can destroy a universe, that just means he's fucking strong as fuck. You can't scale a power like that. Trying to put a number to a power is stupid at this day and age. I remember the Dragon Ball Z cards. It had the little power, a scale number on there based on the scouter. So, you kind of knew how strong the characters was. But now, since you can't technically sense God Ki, you can't put a number behind that shit. Let alone if you could sense Ki, you can't put a number behind Beast Gohan power because he's not a god. He's not on God level. You can still sense Ki, so you can't put a power number behind that type of power. It's just virtually impossible at this fucking point. So to quote Vegeta, when Vegeta got his ass kicked in the Cell Saga, when he said these exact words from Team 4 Star, power levels are bullshit, and that is a fact. It's just bullshit at this fucking point. So it's all about the strong. Strong survive. If you've never seen Bloodsport, the Kumite, go watch Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Kumite. But Jamie,
I think that I don't even know what the name is, but if they're gonna do something like that, it has to be alternate universe, and then I think set in a time period within that alternate universe. It all makes sense. Again, as long as it's not related to the main universe, then I think it's fine. If it was something like Trunks type of thing where it was in a different timeline is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And I think it would make sense.
Yeah.
But if they try to include that into the main timeline, it just makes it ridiculous and it makes it unwatchable. Again, another attempt to prolong something that should have ended a while ago.
Yeah.
At this point, which is fine. I get it. You don't want to lose the cash cow. The money's coming in. You also help prolong the lives of a couple of dead YouTube channels that didn't have anything else to talk about. So,
don't go there, man. You know they're gonna be coming over. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Everybody is winning right now. There's still something to talk about. I guess you can wait every 30 days to have something to, make 6 videos about for one panel on a manga chapter. So, I think that, as Dragon Ball was dying down, it's like CPR. You never know when that push is gonna breathe life back into somebody's dying YouTube channel, which I think helps them in a way because it's free promotion for them, and also these YouTubers that do this Dragon Ball only thing, they can wait a whole month or 2 months or 3 months for $100 check.
Well, I got a question. You brought that up, and this is my final question before I get off of here. Do you think that Dragon Ball is going to be around for 10 more years? And before you ask that, let me say this here to the people that's going to be watching this once I upload it here on YouTube in a little bit. I will have a Discord link in the description down below to join the Discord. And please, if you want to come in and give your honest opinion about this, feel free. But just know if you come in here trying to start shit, my mods will get you up out of the Discord. But do you think that it has 10 more years of life? Because apparently Akira Toriyama doesn't know that Daima means forever, eternally, always. He tried to pick it as evil in a Japanese sense, but we know in other languages Daima means forever. So do you see 10 more years of Dragon Ball? And like I said, I'm going to talk about the Black Frieza confirmation of him being the strongest in another video. And I'm going to just say what I'm going to have to say in that other video about that as well. And in my opinion, of if that is the next arc, which it is in the next arc in my opinion. But so how do you feel Dragon Ball is going to end? And then we're going to end it with that.
I think they do like a time skip, and then you see that the characters get old, and there will be like little short stories to explain what happened in between time. I think that will really be a good way to end it. Fast forward, just like the ending of Z. 3 years went by, and we're in the martial arts tournament. They copy everything else from Dragon Ball Z anyway, so you might as well copy that too.
Yeah.
But do they have another 10 years? I mean, Pokemon is still going strong. I mean, Ash Ketchum, man, they kept that guy in a time capsule for like almost 30 years.
Gotta catch 'em all, yes indeed.
So
You know you my family, Pokemon. Oh, you're my best friend.
I think it's very possible for them to do that.
Yeah.
Now,
In the world we must be fair.
now, whether you want to be subscribed to someone's dying channel,
You gonna have some people come and fuck with me, man. Listen, it ain't me. It ain't me.
You know, the kids get older, life goes on. You know, you got to process.
Got all them diamonds on me. It ain't me, baby.
You know, in 10 years, you know, you might have cancer in 10 years. You might have to move on to talk about how that's affecting your life instead of Dragon Ball. You know, so I think that people should just learn to get into different things and go outside and get some fresh air. And, you know, if it's still on when you have time to go on YouTube, if that's anything, I guess you watch it when you watch it.
You said something that made me remember a comment on that particular YouTuber's channel. One of the guys said 10 more years of Dragon Ball, that is bullshit. It needs to end right now. I'm tired of waiting. They ain't gonna, you know, animate a moral arc and the Granola arc. What's the fucking point? Nobody care about this trash that's currently out right now with Super. And then he had like 5 guys reply back. If you don't like it, why watch it? Why don't you go outside and touch grass? We know you're not a real Dragon Ball fan. I start to comment and goes, for people to sit around and argue about an anime, about touching grass and getting a life, maybe you guys should go outside and touch some grass and get a life. Y'all getting that defensive about another guy's opinion about a damn anime? Is that serious? Y'all love Goku and them that fucking much? Hey, listen, Geetum even said it fucking sucks. That the last arc suck. Because, let's face it, superhero sucks. So, should he go outside and touch grass?
I can see why he said that. I mean, you can't really make a video about something that he made a movie about. You know, a video about a movie of. So it was kind of like redundant.
Yeah.
To cover the movie and the manga, and it's the same thing. So people don't really want to hear the same thing unless you're watching his channel or the other guy's channel. And
the other guy was just mad because he's like, why? And see, it's speculation over the 10 years. And so the other guy was like, why do we want 10 more years of this crap? And then they give him this Daima, like, you want to be happy and hype for Daima? And like, them Dragon Ball fans got pissed. Well, you need to go fucking touch grass. Go get a life, loser. And I'm like, oh my God, y'all got y'all feelings hurt behind this dude's opinion because he's tired of what's going on with Dragon Ball. No, he actually is a real fan. If he's actually voicing that it sucks, that is a real fan. It sucks, and I'm a real fan. But I have a life, you know. I actually do things. I just don't sit on the internet going in the comment sections talking about, oh, well, don't watch the channel then. Don't hate on Dragon Ball. Well, what did Dragon Ball do for you? Fucking hater. Get a life, loser. And I'm like, God damn. Like, them Dragon Ball fans are like, die hard. Like, if it suck, you can't tell me it suck.
I think that's my final prediction. In the next 10 years, people will have been outside for the past 10 years, touching grass and seeing what the world has to offer and opening up their views and, you know, seeing what's going on around them instead of putting their faces in the phone. There's a lot more pressing things out there to worry about than what the hell Dragon Ball is going to be going on for the next 10 years. But if it's still around in the next 10 years and I'm not that bored enough to play Kingdom Hearts yet, then I might watch it.
Well, here's my final thought. I'm gonna wrap it on up and get up off of here. I see it ending in about 4 years. I see at least 3 more arcs. And then I see the little time scale, but it's not gonna be to tie in to Z. I see it ending a little bit differently. As far as Daima goes, 2 years tops. 2 years. So that's a total of 7 years. That's a total of 7 years that I see Dragon Ball remaining tops. So with that being said, on behalf of Jerry and Jamie, the adjudicator. I had a blast, and I just want to let the YouTube people know, the channel know, that a lot more content like this is coming down the line. I know you guys are probably getting tired of just seeing me talk. So I'm going to be bringing in members in the Discord to come on and give their opinions as well. If you want to join the Discord and be in on this action, the link will be in the description to join the Discord. Just follow my rules and respect the mods. My rules are simple. Respect the mods, no doxing. That is mainly it. And no disrespectful stuff to no one else in there. That is it. You can have all the freedom of fucking speech you want. Those are just my 3 rules. It's just that simple. So other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this hour-long video about the top 10 anime of the last 25 years. The next video of this topic will be tomorrow. And it will be about the top 10 games over the last 25 years. And then on Saturday, if I don't get around to it on Friday, we'll be doing the NFL prediction videos. And hopefully I will have Goatcast for that one. He loves sports to give his opinion, as well as the video tomorrow. I hope to have Sham the God here. He's a gamer to give his opinion on the situation with the top 10 games over the last 25 years. So hope you guys enjoyed. It's been a thrill. And this is your boy, Savar Matner, and I am out, everyone. Peace.